Hey everybody, and welcome to Dicing with Death with Koibu and Ryan, or Neal and Hobgoblin, or some combination of our names. How are
How
you
are
doing?
you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Yep, not bad, not bad.
I saw that you were watching the stream when you should have been working the other day.
Oh
Trying to,
yeah, oh
yeah,
yeah. It's like giving you unsolicited.
unsolicited advice
It's
on
in
how.
spells and magic. It's in spells and magic.
Yeah,
It's frustrating to watch when yeah.
yeah. Well, I don't want to do the,
D&D geek.
but I didn't want to do the cleric. I wanted because Faye
Yeah, oh
is
no,
a,
no, yeah,
a
no.
melee class, so. Whatever, we
Never mind,
worked it
Mark.
out. I'm pretty happy with how it worked out, even if it's a little OP in her favor. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So, you had a question about lances, or a
Yeah,
comment on
yeah.
lances.
So, well, yeah, a couple, I think. Well, first off, we decided that one proficiency slot covered all the lances. And
Yeah.
that's not how it is in combat and tactics, but
Yeah, but that's kind of dumb. Like, the
I mean,
difference
they're
between this
listed as a
lance
type
and a
group.
slightly larger lance is so
Yeah,
dumb. Like,
yeah.
there's
And so
no.
one specialization covers specialization in all of them. I mean, we're just treating them as one weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other question was, how are we going to deal with non-mounted combat?
Just hold it in two hands and it's a giant
Yeah.
fucking
I mean,
spear.
in terms of like what damage to use as it.
I would just use the damage listed.
Yeah. The trouble. I mean, so like with lances. I mean, it's vague if you can even use them off horse, which
Hmm.
seems stupid to me. I mean, it's a pointy stick. You can
Right.
so even if you're using a heavy lance with not a heavy warhorse, the damage scales down supposedly.
Right.
Which I don't
Yeah.
entirely understand. I've got a bit of bone to pick with. For instance, not that I mean, yeah, I mean I'm happy to go through that rule because it's the rule, but like there's like a light lance
Hmm.
is. I mean, why not just use a long spear, which you don't even need to charge to do effectively double damage to do 2d6, 3d6.
Hmm.
I don't know. Grumble, grumble, grumble. So
Imperfect
what do we?
game
So
system.
yeah. So do we want to? So we will scale down lances if I've got an inadequate horse, but off horse, are we going to use full damage dice for like a medium lance?
Hmm.
Light lances, which I'm happy with, but like,
That's a
I mean,
good
it's like a light
question.
lance deal that has stats equivalent to a spear.
Right.
It does have reach. For some reason, you can throw it. Seems crazy that you could throw it, but I don't know. It's really weird and vague, like if what to
It's
do
it
off a
is.
horse. I mean, it's almost as if they're implying don't use it off a horse,
I
but
think they're trying to imply don't use it off a horse, but that's dumb.
mhm.
Also, the fact that a longer spear, like a normal spear, does d6, d8, but you just add a couple feet onto the end of the shaft, and all of a sudden it does 2d6, 3d6. It's kind of dumb to me
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. Welcome to yeah,
Um.
imperfect rule system.
Hmm.
Or if you want, I can have some crazy custom weapon, as in like a lance that's modified to be wielded off off horse. I don't necessarily see. I mean, like a heavy lance is pretty similar to a long spear, except it does d8 plus 1, 3d6 instead of 2d6, 3d6.
Yeah. Weighs a lot
And
more though.
15
Weighs
versus,
like
yeah, I think,
twice.
yeah.
Hmm.
I think that's why they're saying you can't use it with a weak horse because you'll knock the horse over or something. Although they say you can use it, it just doesn't deal full damage. I,
Right. Which doesn't really make much sense. Like, put a bigger lance on a smaller horse. Maybe the horse can't get up to full speed, but it's only like a 10-pound difference than a light lance. I don't understand why you would have scaling lances with scaling
somewhere in there, they
horses.
were like, the force of the impact would knock the rider and the horse over.
Did they really?
Something like that.
So then how come it does less damage? And why doesn't it just do full damage and then knock you over?
I don't know.
Ugh. Um, I would say
It just,
if you're
yeah,
off
they say
horse,
as
just
a,
use it as a melee weapon and then let it scale on horses still.
Okay. So as a rule of thumb, a rider must be mounted on a horse appropriate for his lance. As a rule of thumb.
Yeah.
So not even a real rule.
Yeah.
Or else his weapon will be reduced in effectiveness. And it does, yeah. Interesting thing, you can use lances one-handed if you have stirrups.
Right.
Which I don't know if I'll probably wind up two-handed, and then we'll have more rules to discuss when I actually do that.
Why wouldn't you have stirrups on your horse?
I would, but I'm specialized in two-handed fighting, so I would be better off ditching the shield and double. Or I can dual wield lances.
No, because the
When
lance
each
takes two weapons to two hands to wield since it's a large weapon.
but not on a horse with
Oh.
stirrups. It's an exception to the rules. So you
Okay,
can.
so you have Yeah, I think you should dual wield lances on horseback. That'd be an amazing charge.
So it's,
Just -2 to hit
although
the
it's
first
allowed
one,
by the-
-4 with the second one.
although it's allowed by the rules, I think let's try and keep this reasonably serious.
Until you find that moment where you need to double lance charge someone to win.
Then I'll bust it out.
Then you're like, it says in the rules I can do it. I'm gonna just do it anyway, even if it's not realistic. The dragon is so dead now.
And apparently you can throw light lances.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think traditionally that's how like the original lances were. I'm basically just a spear on horseback that you would charge with and then throw.
Yeah.
Charge with or throw. Anyways,
Whatever.
let's get down to it. Should we recap anything, or is your new show covering that? Do we not even need to get into it?
I mean, it covers it, but we can also do a nice little recap here. Let's make it quick, though. Ryan is playing Beryl. Oh, yeah, Solomon died. Go back and watch the VODs for that.
Spoilers.
Yeah, it's last week. Solomon's dead. Go watch the VODs if you want to figure out how it happened. Ryan is now playing Beryl, the human noble in Holy City Emberstone. He saw a murder, chased down the murderer, killed the murderer. Turns out the murderer was like someone's super important son. He got thrown in prison. There was a little court. He got off because, hey, he killed the guy who killed the other guy. But, there's political problems with it now. And he's looking into why there was this murder going on. Add any details you'd like.
Yeah, okay. So the guy that I killed, so the murderer, was a Rothschild. Was it Rax Rothschild or something like that? Who was apparently the most Rothschild, who's apparently the most powerful family in
Emberstone.
Emberstone. He killed a Francis, which is a merchant family.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the kid's name. And I spoke with Francis's father, with Lord Francis. I don't know. I guess he's not a lord, is he? Merchant Francis.
No, he's still
Mr.
a noble
Francis.
family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just a merchant. So us old money look down on him. Okay.
Yeah.
So I spoke with Lord Francis. It sounds like he trades frequently with the elves, and for some reason, Rothschild wants Francis to stop trading with the elves. And he's been pressuring him for a while, and Francis wouldn't back down. And it seemed to me like the young Rothschild killing the Francis boy was sort of beyond a threat. I mean, it was
a show of force to get something done.
Yeah, exactly. So unless I can come up with something, Francis is going to stop trading with the elves. And
so
I spoke with one of my elven servant who said she could introduce me to some elves. And that's, I think, about where we left off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
right.
We step back in. You were talking to your elven servant, whose name I have no idea.
I don't know that we actually gave her one.
Good. And she says she can take you somewhere that will blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to clean up first.
But you need to
clean down / up.
Yeah, you got a
Get
hole
rid
in
of
your
my bloody
leg,
pants.
bleeding everywhere, and you look a little bit too nice for the place she's going to take you.
Yeah. I'm not actually bleeding anymore. The Cleric's healed me back to full, but...
Right.
Yeah, dried blood. Okay, so I'll go ahead and, bathe or whatever and get on some clothes. I don't know, maybe like some riding clothes or something like that.
Okay.
Clothes. Yeah.
You put on your clothes and you clean up a little bit. You go downstairs to meet her to have her take you somewhere.
I feel like I should probably talk with my family or something.
Okay.
Before we take off.
Go for it.
Make you roleplay my dad. Do I have any siblings? We didn't.
You have a younger sister.
Okay, but I am the heir.
You are the heir. I accidentally called you Lord, whatever your last name is, which is wildly inappropriate.
I called myself that too. I understood that. I still called myself that with the knowledge that it's inappropriate.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a feeling most commoners probably would make that mistake just because it's safer to call someone a lord who's not a lord.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
No? I mean, the only person that called me lord, I think, was like I don't know. I remember like one of the servants at Lord Francis's house.
Yeah.
Or maybe I called myself. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, understood.
Okay.
So I guess I'll go see if I can find my father and get his take on the Rothschild family.
Your father is currently in a sitting room upstairs with your mother.
His sitting room. Rich people. Okay. So I enter the sitting room.
You're in your own sitting room right now, Ryan.
I guess it's a sitting.
It's a room designed for sitting.
The whole house is a sitting room. I'm in my sitting room / dining room / kitchen.
All right.
All right. So I enter the sitting room and have a seat.
Your father is currently reading a book. And kind of looks up from it.
Actually, I don't have a seat. I just walk into the room.
He looks up and says, Beryl, what are you doing here?
Father, I assume you are privy to what has been going on with the Rothschilds?
He nods.
Do you have anything you'd wish to add, to say?
Stay out of trouble. Our family name is not as good as it could be, and I expect you to uphold it and to further it in your lifetime, not to drag it through the gutter. Keep your nose clean.
I understand. Were you aware of this business? Lord Rothschild is extorting the Francises.
Do you have any proof of this allegation?
In cold blood.
Do you have any proof of this allegation whatsoever?
No, we're not.
Leave it alone. It's none of our business, and it doesn't help us.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Now, if you're getting antsy, which I know, I was your age once upon a time, I wanted to go out and do all sorts of things. There's a couple villages that we own out to the east. You can go over there, stir up as much trouble. Those are our places. Go find some wrongs to right. Go take a couple of wenches home. Just get your jollies out. Get whatever's itching your skin. Get it out of your system. We need you to keep the family name clean and to do the best for us.
Yes, Father. Wenches.
Good.
Good. I leave. My mother was there through all that, correct?
Yeah, she's painting something.
Rich people. Okay. Well, I go find the elven servant.
Okay. You find her downstairs waiting.
Okay.
She looks at you and makes a strange look on her face. Give me a charisma check. No dice for you.
No dice. I didn't even get my dice out today, so we're safe. Charisma is 11. D20 plus 11.
All right. You have no idea what that face on the look on her face means.
Okay. I should look pretty common now. I've got like my working clothes.
Yeah, but your working clothes.
It's like leather trousers and some nondescript tunic. It's probably like.
It's a little bit nicer quality. It's actually clean. It's not wrinkled. It's lower,
I have my sword on my belt and my fat sack of gold. But other than that, I don't think I'm bringing any equipment.
How much gold do you have?
Too much.
Okay, cool. More than 10?
46. Right. More than what?
More than 10? Yeah.
Yeah,
All
46.
right, cool.
It's a pretty fat sack, isn't it? But I imagine I would carry. Yeah.
I mean,
It's probably. I mean, it's yeah. It's probably not just like in a big pouch, but maybe some like weird fanny pack or something. I don't know. Something rich and stylish.
a fanny
Okay.
pack, rich and stylish. Heard it here first, guys.
Hey, I don't know. I don't know what's popular in Solemn these days.
Burlap
Okay.
sack shirts. That's what's popular. All the rage is the burlap shirt.
Are your viewers privy to the burlap sacks?
No, they don't know.
Okay.
They don't
They
understand anything.
burlap sacks.
Burlap
You heard it
sacks,
here
man.
first.
They're
Okay,
the
so
future of all fashion. All right,
So
she takes you and
okay.
heads out of your house with you. You end up
Mhm.
wandering around to the other side. As I said before, the upper right. I didn't actually make a map of the city, and I totally should. But the
Oh,
northeastern
sorry.
corner.
Do you mind if I pop into the Aaron's phone's ringing?
Yeah,
Sorry.
go
Just
flee.
a sec. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's fine. That jackass! I can't believe he's leaving in the middle of a fucking game. Can you believe he's leaving in the middle? No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm joking, guys. It's fine. I'm not sad at all.
I'm sorry. You were descriptoring so well. Okay.
Descriptoring,
Descriptorizing.
scriptorizing so well.
Descriptorizing.
My God, what has happened to you?
Okay, so we were walking through Emberstone. I didn't catch most of what you said actually. So
Yeah, I was saying that the northeast corner of Emberstone is where all the wealthy nobles live. Um, I was just
no, okay, yeah,
yeah, see if we can get somewhat of a city map going on here.
yeah. You had said like yeah, east of the so like there's an inner walled city, correct?
Yeah, there's around the center is a um, another like the where all the actual holy shit takes place. So no, come here. Damn it! What the hell's going on? Draw
Change
shit.
your
There we go. Oops. Um, so it looks kind of like this, I guess.
yeah, and you had led me to believe like somewhere east to there was where the nobles live. You're saying now it's like
No, yeah. The northeast section is where the nobles live,
okay,
and there we go. We will slowly fill in these details as we go along. So your house is up here, right? She takes you all the way down here to the lower west side of the town,
do
the
we have the
city.
same color ping?
For some reason, my
I'm
ping is blue now, and I don't know why. It shouldn't be blue. It should be green.
Strange. Okay, I changed mine to red. Okay.
Now mine
Do I
is
know?
red. I don't know why I'm following
I
your
have
ping.
the power.
Okay, I'm just gonna refresh this page.
Do I know what's in that side of the city?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of where the commoners live. You don't really hang out there very much, but you know the area. You know of the area. There we go. Now I got my own ping back. Sweet.
Okay.
She takes you down there to a bar called the Lost Prophet.
The Lost Prophet.
Yeah, that's the name that I came up with and then forgot.
You were so proud of it.
I like that name for the Holy City Emberstone. Lost Prophet, great name for a bar.
Okay.
She takes you in, and you notice it's kind of a. Even though it's light outside, there's not very many windows in this building, so it's a little bit darker in here.
Mm-hmm.
And also, the clientele is a little bit dirty and ragged. You and your servant, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what to call her exactly, are the most well dressed. Like your clothes are appropriate, but they're clean. They're not full of
Mm-hmm.
holes. They definitely stand out. You also have like a
Okay.
nice haircut, and your hands are nice and soft. I mean, granted you're a warrior, but you're still different than the poor schmuck whose fingernails are caked in dirt,
Yeah. I don't
scratching his
have a
head
nice
because he's
haircut.
got lice.
I've got long shaggy hair. It's my rebellious thing.
Oh, okay, all right,
But I'm clean shaven, and I don't think poor folk can afford nice razors.
yeah. So you get in there, and some people kind of turn and look at you out of the corner of their eye for a moment and look back to what they're
Mm-hmm.
doing, trying to
Mm-hmm.
ignore you.
It's dimly lit, so yeah. I'm
Yeah,
sure I stand out, but I could be dirtier than I am.
you could be. You
All
could
right.
be.
Are the clientele mostly humans, elves,
It's a
a mix?
combination of all races that are represented in the city.
Oh,
Um,
looky there.
mhm.
Aren't you progressive?
Super progressive. The
Okay.
serving girl goes up to the bartender.
I, I follow behind
Okay.
her.
She speaks a few words to him in Elven, and he points to the back door of the establishment.
Okay.
She kind of gives him a nod and turns to you and says, "Wait here a moment, if you would,
A
my lord."
nod.
And then she walks to the back door, knocks
Okay.
on it. It opens up, and she walks in, and the door shuts behind her.
I guess I sit at the end of the bar so that I can still see the door.
Okay. The bartender walks up to you and says, "What can I get you, my lord?"
Uh, whatever. A beer. Yeah. How
Okay.
much do beers cost? Silver?
2 copper, my lord.
I put a silver down on the table. I was actually asking you out of character.
Oh.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I don't carry copper.
yeah. You put the silver down. He
hmm
takes it and brings you back a beer.
okay, yeah. I'd wave off the change if he was planning on doing that.
No, he didn't
Yeah.
even bother bringing change.
Mhm.
Um, there we go. This right here is our whatchamacallit? Uh,
Lost profit.
lost profit. There we go. Thank you. Um,
Yeah.
cool.
So, do we want to name this elf lady, or is she about to get killed or something?
No, we should name her. We should totally
Okay.
name her. Her name is Beatrix.
Beatrix.
Beatrix. Where's my text layer?
Are you labeling the bar, or
Yeah.
all right? So I sip my beer, but not too
Okay.
lustily. I mostly just bought it to fit in.
Right. No one comes up and speaks to you, and it takes 2 minutes before Beatrix comes back out. Comes
Okay.
out of the
I
back.
stand. Yeah. And I
She
see
comes
her.
out with another elf,
Mm-hmm.
shaggy blonde, not shaggy, but maybe mid neck length,
Mm-hmm.
blonde hair. He's got an eye patch over one eye. He's wearing a ratty green shirt and
Mm-hmm.
long, brown pants that end with boots.
Okay.
The two of them walk over to you, and she says, I must get back to my duties now, and exits the bar.
Thank you, Beatrix. I extend a hand. Yep.
The guy kind of eyes you for a moment and then shakes your hand and sits down
Say
next to
hi.
you.
Say hi. I'm Beryl. Can I get you anything to drink?
No, I already have a drink. So,
He doesn't
Beatrix,
have a drink, does he?
Beatrix told me you were looking for information regarding some goings on between the Francises and the elves.
I nod and I lean closer and lower my voice. I say, yes, I'm trying to see if I can sort out why Rothschild has been putting so much pressure on Francis. If things don't get sorted, the trade with the elves will cease.
He just takes a long breath. Well, this is some dangerous business you're getting into. Are you sure you want to get more involved?
I think I can make that decision for myself. At this point, I'm just looking for information.
Before I go any further, can I ask you what your goals are here? What do you get out of this? What business is it of yours?
I sort of shrug. I said, 2 men are dead. I have to figure out why.
By two men, you mean two nobles, right?
I nod, yeah.
We bleed in the streets every day, but two nobles die, and all of a sudden it becomes a big issue.
Well, it's not as big of an issue as one would expect. That's sort of part of the mystery.
Yeah.
Why is no one talking about it?
Well, because some people up there have a little bit more power than others, and no one likes to upset the balance of power in the world. Might anger someone who doesn't want to, who you wouldn't want to anger. You know how things go.
I nod. So, do you know any more than I do?
Well, he kind of shrugs a little bit. I know enough. I know if you're trying to get some answers, I know where you should be heading.
Where would that be?
Waiting for the map to load. Head out to Lockstein.
Can I pull up the map as well?
Yeah.
It is roleplay wiki, right?
Yeah. No, just go here. I posted this
Okay.
here.
Oh, it is Regal Goblins. Okay.
Lockstein, by the way, is one of the cities that your family owns. It's
Perfect.
the largest city that you own. It's the only one that would qualify as a city.
Pride of my family, if I recall.
Mm-hmm. Should head out to Lockstein. That's where all the real action goes down. That's where all the secrets are actually held, where all the trade actually happens.
Really?
Emberstone is just the front. It's where the families live. It's where the business gets done on paper. Lockstein is where things go down for real.
Does this sound right to me at all? This sounds like a surprise to me. I would not have expected one of my family's cities to be.
Yeah. I mean, it's a city. Like your family owns the city. You tax the city and all that stuff, but things still happen in play. Like, it's still a city. All sorts of shit could be going down there. You don't have like an ironclad grip,
Okay.
For reference, one of your cousins rules over Lockstein. His father passed away a few years back, and he is now some distant cousin. I think your grandfather's grandchild. So I think that's second cousin or first cousin. Cousin once removed. Cousin once removed.
I think it's once removed. Yeah. Second cousin is your parents' cousin's children.
Right.
Okay, I don't. It doesn't matter. Cousin.
No, wait. Your grandfather's child is just your first cousin. That would be your uncle's or aunt's sister or a child.
Yeah. Okay. So first cousin.
One more.
So
one more removed. Second cousin.
So it was one of my father's brothers.
No. It was your father's cousin's child.
Okay. Okay. So that's a second cousin.
Second cousin. All right. Your second cousin is running Lockstein right now.
What is the title? Is that like a?
He is a. I don't know the title of. I should look up the breakdowns of these titles. I should know this already. But But in practice, his name is Lord Lockstein. Like in taking over the city, he took the family, he took the name.
Okay. All right. All right. So I'll ask this elf if there's anyone or any place I should seek out in particular.
There's a small elven bar on the east gate of town. You should take a look there. Its name changes all the time, so I don't know what they call it these days, but I would go in there. That's where you can find your information.
All right. Thank you for your time. I set 3 silver on the counter and say, if you decide you want to drink, and I walk away.
Okay.
My beer half finished.
Okay. All right, you head out, and you are now perusing the southeast corner of Holy City Emberstone.
Okay. What time of day is it? Is this?
I think it would be early
This is like
afternoon.
Okay. All right. So I'll take my time. I'll probably set out tomorrow morning then. So I'll mosey on back to my place and get my horse ready
Okay.
for the journey to Lockstein.
All right. So you take your time. You get all your supplies together. Any traveling supplies you want.
I probably haven't really traveled extensively before, so not really now.
Okay.
I'll go with what's on my character sheet. It just has weapons and shit.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, a sack of cash is better than rations,
It is true.
at least in my mind.
Alright.
No. Okay. One other piece of equipment that I didn't jot down. I don't know if you want to charge me for it now, or if it's something that I would have is like a helmet.
You have armor, right?
Yeah, I have studded leather armor.
Yeah, it
I
would
imagine.
come with a studded leather helmet.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
want something that's more than studded leather, then
I was imagining just from like practicing jousting. I have a hard time imagining my mother would let me outside without a helmet.
well,
But if you think the studded leather armor is an appropriate
yeah.
helmet,
All armors are considered to come with helms.
what does a studded helm even look like?
I have no
Is it just
idea.
like a leather hat with studs on it?
Probably. I mean, it could be like a little metal cap, but you'd have some sort of helmet to go with it.
Sounds goofy.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
Can I ditch a few
remember the
extra
guys
gold to get
from Hercules and Xena who would have like the leather armor, but they'd have like a little tiny metal cap that has like little leather padding down the side.
Can I'll either if you don't think I have one, I'm gonna buy one just so I look less goofy, or I can subtract gold and already have one.
You come from a wealthy family. You have your own armory at your house. Like you can get a hat.
Oh really? Then why do I wear studded leather?
I mean, like you wear
Right,
studded
I see,
leather
yeah.
because that's appropriate for you. You know, there's no reason to walk around in chainmail.
I guess yeah.
If you need, like, if you
Well, I don't walk
desperately
around
need a
inside
set
of
of chainmail, you could borrow some from your family. You know, it's a
Uh-huh.
small armory. It's
My-
meant for practicing and sparring and stuff. But you know, it's
Okay.
not like your father
I
would
was
be like, "What the
imagining
fuck? You're stealing our family's armor now?" Blah, 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 blah. And you're like, "Fine, Dad. I'll just buy my own studded leather." You know.
Okay, that's what I wear for jousting and sparring and whatnot. But I think I would have a closed face helm,
Okay.
like some like a serious metal cap for taking the lance to the face.
Okay.
What's the penalty? Yeah, 10 pounds. It's a heavy hat. Maybe I don't know what the difference is. The little description. So do you want me to fork up gold for this, or should I?
No, that's fine.
Okay. They do have leather. Yeah. All right. Okay. And I'm debating whether I should hide my identity or not. Oh well, I'll get my horse cleaned and saddle, whatever, ready for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you head out from Emberstone the next day,
Okay.
on your
I will.
way to
Yeah.
Lockstein.
Okay. I think I'll leave my doggy behind.
You're leaving Wolfie behind? I don't remember what you named him.
Georgie boy.
Georgie
Is it
boy.
legit? So, like, did stables take dogs?
I mean, you take Georgie boy with you inside. He'd
Okay.
sleep in your
All
room.
right. Okay. All right. I'll take Georgie boy and my horse. I haven't named the horse yet.
Okay.
Um,
Should name him Kickstarter.
that's pretty good. Is he a medium warhorse? Is that what we were deciding, or what happens if you use a lance on just a riding horse?
It does normal lance damage. Fucking lances are stupid.
Yeah, would you do light? Like, would you do light damage?
Light
or just,
damage. Yeah.
Okay. So do I?
Think,
Should I
yeah,
just have a riding horse?
yeah. I think we decided that you have a normal riding horse. And that you
Where's the description of the different kinds of horses? Is that in DMG?
Monstrous manual.
Monsters manual, really?
I think so.
For like what you like, I'm sure somewhere it was like riding horses get pissed off and you make a fight. I mean, I'm sure they have HP, but
There might be something in the DMG too, but
no, this says draft, heavy, medium, light, pony while riding. Ew.
Chapter 14 of the Player's Handbook, perhaps.
Okay, they do sort of have it in the DMG as well.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Riding horses are wusses.
Riding horses?
It's moving at half speed just because of my fat ass.
Yeah, half speed for a riding horse is 12. Their normal speed is 24.
Yeah.
A light war horse looks to be identical to a riding horse. No, a riding horse has more hit points, better thaco, more attacks.
It's just they
attacks.
don't fight really.
But they do less damage, but it's got a better thaco and more HP than a light war horse.
Should we roll for HP now?
Sure.
Or when it comes to it?
3d8.
Or should you roll it? Okay.
You roll it.
And might as well for my
And for your doggy
my
too.
horse as well. Yeah. I'll look up the dog in a sec. So
Oh, I was 3d8 is horse HP. Dog HP would be 1 + 1. Yeah, this is not a war dog, is it?
no, it's like a hunting dog.
Okay, so that would be just
We'll talk
equivalent to
about what
Wildbow.
its abilities. So maybe we should discuss what it can do because I can train it.
Okay.
So we should discuss. So I assume it would like probably basic commands and then so my horse has 10 HP.
Okay. Your dog has d8 + 1 HP.
Okay. So I mean, he's probably trained to hunt and maybe stand guard. Do you think he would be trained to be a guard dog, or is that something I should work on?
How old are you?
20.
Yeah, you could have him trained as a guard dog.
Mm-hmm. So just, yeah,
I mean, it's pretty.
not like a alarm type dog. I mean, just like bark if
danger's near.
I guess that's what dogs do.
Yeah, that's not very hard to do. If something feels wrong, the dog barks.
Yeah.
Dog sometimes barks at other shit too.
Georgie
Nice.
boy, 8 HP.
Dogs
Horse-
sometimes bark
see.
anyway, so
Yeah.
it's imperfect.
Okay.
He's no
I
guide
can-
dog for the blind.
For now, we'll forget it. But actually, I mean, there are rules for like it takes 2d6 weeks or whatever to train a trick and roll your proficiency check to see if it learns it.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Horse's name is Elsa
Elsa.
because she's clearly a girl with 10 HP.
Are you saying a male riding horse would have more HP?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I went there.
You did. Your spirited little filly, Elsa.
Yeah, something like that. Not very spirited if it can only carry 180 pounds.
Well, also, what type of
So you're just gonna
dog is Georgie Boy?
a hound, like
What type of hound?
one of those bigger hounds, like a. I think like a bloodhound. Is that what I'm thinking of?
Bloodhound. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Georgie Boy's cute. Get the
So you
big
gave him
floppy
stats
ears
as
and
wild
everything.
dog.
Yeah.
Big what?
I was giving him wild
Big
dog stats.
saggy, wrinkly face.
Saggy face, floppy ears. I could get a bloodhound. Maybe I should get a bloodhound when I grow up.
You are grown up. Okay.
I could have a bloodhound. They look so fluffy, or happy and friendly and soft.
Yeah, it says war dogs, large mastiffs, or wolfhounds.
Holy crap! Is Scooby Doo a bloodhound?
He might be.
He is. I searched bloodhound image, Google image search, and Scooby Doo comes up a couple
Oh,
times.
his ears are cut. That's what it is.
Yeah, he doesn't have the floppy ears, but the coloring and everything else is spot on.
Yeah.
He's got the droopy
a lot
jowls.
of times they'll cut their ears up to make them look more intimidating or something.
That's stupid. Don't cut your dog's ears or tail.
Georgie boys.
Cut ears,
Nice.
not cut ears?
No, he's got natural ears.
All natural ears. Yeah. None of those ear implants or anything. Okay.
All right. So we set out.
You set out. You've left the city a few times before. You know, you've traveled around. You've visited all the different territories that you own. Blah yada yada.
That probably only takes me like 100 miles east or so, and then maybe occasionally other places.
Yeah, like once or twice you've traveled further to go to like some big event, or you did some training down in Thornton's Crossing as a younger lad. You spent 6 months down there at that militarized camp training under so and so. To learn how to fight a little bit better, and I think the furthest you would have traveled from home would be once when you were a child. Your family went to Palanthas.
Where's that?
It's far to the northwest. I guess that probably would have been. It's a bitch to get there from Holy City, Emberstone. It probably would have been about a month journey. Yeah, because you would have had like a nice big wheelhouse, and you would have stopped at every city on the way and spent a day there, and blah blah blah. So it took you like 3 weeks to get there. You guys spent 3 months there, and then it took you 3 weeks to get back. And that's the farthest you've ever been from home.
Should take more than 3 weeks, it looks like.
Really?
It's a long ass way. Unless we just screwed the roads. Because it's about a day between each city now.
1, 2, 3. Okay, so it looks like it took minimum 45 days to get there. So it took you a little over a month and a half to get there. And then you spent 3 months there, and then it took a month and a half to get back.
Okay.
But you were very young at that time. You were probably 7 or 8 years old. Anyway, you head out to Lockstein. You can get to Prrum in 1 day easily. If you push your horse really hard, you can get to Russet in 1 day. But that would be pushing your horse very hard. It'd be a long day of traveling. Like a 13-hour day.
Nah, I'll just go for Protrum.
Okay.
Take 3 days to get to Lockstein.
Yeah, you get to approach them fairly easily. There's plenty of travelers on the road. These are fairly safe times. There's not a lot of danger around.
Refresh. I found an icon.
Found an icon? What?
Refresh the roll 20.
Refresh the roll 20?
The map. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
I'm refreshing the map. I don't see anything.
You don't see it.
On roll 20, I see nothing.
I uploaded a hobgoblin for my. I finally got around to making an avatar, whatever it's called.
Oh, I have avatars turned off.
Oh, I guess that's fine. Copyright
View.
infringement and all that.
Oh, ooh, did you draw that, Ryan? That's great.
God no, it was like a hobgoblin beer or something like that.
Okay.
All right,
It's pretty sweet.
all right. So safe times, lots of travelers.
Lots of travelers on the road, go in both directions. Families, many merchants, some travelers. Nothing exciting. You can chat with anyone if you want to, or just ignore them all.
I will not make an effort to make small talk or anything. I mean, I'll greet everyone that I pass, but I won't.
There's greetings. People tip their hat to you. You make small chat with some other lord who's on the other way back, or some other noble. Nothing exciting. Day passes uneventfully. You get to Protrum, and what would you like to do in Protrum?
It's late afternoon, is it not?
It is late afternoon.
So I'll just find an inn.
Okay. You pull into the Shaggy Dog Inn.
Shaggy Dog Inn.
Yeah, it looks nice. It's the nicest inn you can find in the town within 5 minutes of walking around.
Okay. So I will drop my horse at the stables. I assume they have a stables.
They do. There are 2 slots open. A bunch of other horses here, all riding. Most of them have nice saddles on them, or nice saddles sitting next to them, and look fairly fancy and well-bred and well kept up.
Okay.
You go on into the inn. They charge a gold a day to stay.
Okay. That sounds perfectly reasonable to my character. To me, that sounds outrageous, but
it is outrageous. But you're a wealthy noble.
Yeah. What about the horse itself?
That includes lodging for the horse.
Okay.
They do whole package deals here.
Yeah. Okay. I probably naively left all of my shit on the horse. I mean, obviously not my gold and my sword and all that, but
right.
Like the horse was packed, and I just left the packs on the horse.
Yeah, they're used to having to deal with this sort of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a pleasant bar or inn. There's a sitting room downstairs. No one would ever call it a bar. There's not an actual bar there, but it's definitely a sitting room parlor sort of thing with a little fireplace, candles at every table, and a servant who will come out or bring you drinks or food or whatever that you need.
Okay.
There's a little clerk who sits, keeps himself busy. It doesn't bother you guys, deals with incoming guests and whatnot. And you are joined this evening by 4 other people. 2 ladies. One of them has a bodyguard wearing plate mail, not full plate mail, but like half plate. It's got the breastplate and some on his shoulders and some on his thighs.
And mail underneath or something? Or?
Yeah, chainmail underneath it. Yeah. And he's got a bastard sword sitting on his hip, and he just kind of stands behind her with his arms crossed.
That's something you don't see every day. Or maybe you do, I don't know.
She has a veil over her face as well, so you can't really see many details about her. The other lady is chatting with the gentleman, and the 4th person, because the bodyguard doesn't count as a real person, is an older gentleman, early 50s, you'd say, but he doesn't wear it too well. He looks older than his age is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll survey the room, take it all in, and then grab a seat.
Okay.
Grab a drink, grab some food.
Okay. Do you attempt to communicate with any of the other guests?
Not initially. So I'll have my supper and kick back for an hour or so.
Okay.
See if anything interesting happens.
No, people are reading. The couple is having a chat. The older gentleman is looking over a ledger of sorts, and the veiled lady delicately eats her food, sips a glass of wine, and after 45 minutes, she and her escort leave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Day passes uneventfully then. Next day,
sure.
you mount up.
Was dinner anything on top of that?
Dinner was another 5 silver.
5 silver. Okay. Can I break my gold right now? Will you allow that?
Yeah, you
So, like,
can
I
trade.
I
in
had
this
left my
place.
initial gold as gold, and I
Mhm.
feel like I should have silver instead.
Yeah, go ahead and break it now. You can make any sort of exchange you want with the innkeeper.
Okay. So I'll have 40 gold, 50 silver at
Okay.
this point, and I just spent another 5 silver on that.
Okay.
And isn't it nice to have players that can keep track of the shit themselves?
Oh my god, it's beautiful. And players who will take their own initiative on that sort of thing.
All right. Okay. So next morning I'll saddle up and head out.
You head out to the next town.
Roast is the next town. Roost.
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 This is what happens
Roast.
when you let chat name things.
It's a stylish name.
Roost. You head out to Roost. It's a nice long day. Not day. A nice long journey. It's full like
Mm-hmm.
8 hours of riding to get there. Again, plenty of travelers. No problems on the road. You pull into Roost. It's a little bit of a larger town. You find again quickly a nice inn for your needs. You're
Mm-hmm.
unmolested by anyone, but you're kind of lonely because you've been traveling and haven't really had anyone to chat to. Then again, you got
Got
your
Georgie boy.
get Georgie boy. He's a good boy. Georgie boy's a good boy. He hangs out with you.
Mm-hmm.
Similar thing. Gold for the night. Another 5 silver for food.
Okay. All right. Anyone interesting in next town is Zoinks.
Yeah, there. Again, you at the inn that you stay at, there are quite a few people. Instead of 4, this place has 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
A group of 3, a group of 2, and a singular individual. The single
Okay.
individual is a guy. The group of 3 is one lady with 2 gentlemen, and I do mean ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
They're all wearing very nice clothing, and she seems to be the focus of their attention. And the
Mm-hmm.
set of 2 is 2 upper class men, maybe not quite nobles, probably just wealthy merchants. They seem to be
Mm-hmm.
wearing very fine clothing, but it's not like it's a little bit on the gaudy side. Like they don't have quite
Mm-hmm.
the style to like. They're trying to show off their wealth, and they're in fact
Yeah.
just showing off that they have money but no manners or status.
Okay.
So that's what you deal with in this place.
Okay.
Any actions?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Um, no, I'll sit and I'll listen, but I'm not gonna initiate conversation with anyone.
Okay. When you're traveling to these places, they do ask, would you sign the ledger? Who's staying
Mm.
here, sort of thing. Do you hide your name? Do you
No,
give your name
I'm
freely?
traveling as myself.
Okay.
I've got my like family sigils like on my shield,
Right. Right.
quite possibly sewn into my clothing.
Absolutely sewn into your clothing. Yeah. Okay. So you say who you are, blah blah. It's
Mm-hmm.
very all super normal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next day, you head out of Roost and towards Lockstein.
Okay.
You are on the road for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Out of town. There's travelers on the road. You passed some people earlier, but at this point, you're all by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
When you notice you come across an overturned cart, and there are 2 men yelling at each other and yelling at this ox who's just kind of sitting there. Clearly, the ox is pulling the cart, but the cart's now tilted on its side and it's stuff spilled out into the road. And the 2 guys are it's blocking the road more or less. And the
Okay.
guys
So
are yelling at the ox
I'll
and
pick up my
yelling at each other.
speed to reach the cart.
Okay, you arrive.
Okay. And I'll pull up my horse alongside them and say, do they continue yelling or
No,
what are
one of
they?
them stops and bows deeply. The one kind of bows too grumpily. Says,
So
"Sorry, my lord, the road's been blocked. Just give us a few minutes to get this cart uprighted." Bessie
I
here
just
ticked it over in her monthly mood.
I nod and I say, perhaps I can help.
Oh, don't trouble yourself one bit. I wouldn't want you to get your very fine clothes dirty, my lord.
I've dismounted. Do they have rope or anything like that?
Yes, they do have rope.
Okay. If only I had taken that animal handling proficiency. I was like, who would ever need to be able to calm a herd animal?
Who would ever
But
need it?
here we have an angry ox.
Yeah.
So are they like trying to push the cart back up, or are they just?
Oh,
yelling
right
at
now
each
they're
other?
just yelling at each other. I mean, they've stopped
Okay.
now that you've gotten here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say perhaps with Elsa's help here, we can get this wagon back upright.
Thank you, my lord. We really appreciate it.
So I'll rig up Elsa to the cart.
Can you give me a perception check?
Yeah. My perception is 13. Yeah, 19.
Okay. Oh, but your avatar does show when you roll. That's pretty sweet.
Okay.
So you're kind of getting in a position to help them right the cart when one of the guys walks up to you, and
Georgie Boy is here, by the way.
Georgie Boy is right there next to you. He walks up to you and he pulls a dagger out of somewhere that you didn't see. You didn't even see this coming, and he stabs you right in the gut with it. 18. Your armor class is 12? 13.
I am not wearing my armor.
You're not wearing your armor.
Am I? I don't imagine I would be. No, my armor class is 10.
I guess with flanking that brings it to 19.
That's not a crit.
No, it's not a crit. But with
unless it was a natural 18.
No, it's not. It was a natural 16. So he just runs his dagger right into you, and you take 3 damage.
What's the meaning of this? Is my lance on the correct side of the horse? I don't know if you just want to roll a 50%.
Oh yeah.
So it's probably.
I mean, you've got some training. You're you're specialized in the lance. You'd always keep it on the right side of the horse.
Correct, but the way the horse is oriented, I'm like getting this. I was getting it set up to pull the.
I mean, you were like getting the horse turned around so its back was to the tipped over side of the cart. So
Okay, so I'm on the right. Okay, so I'll grab my lance from the horse then.
Okay.
Instead of my sword at my side.
Okay.
Shall
let's
we
roll initiative. Yes, sir.
8.
All right. The other guy, the one who was kind of had the stern, grumpy face, pulls a short sword out of the tipped over cart. Looks like it had just been sitting underneath a box or something, and steps towards you with it. And takes a stab at you.
They go before 8.
He went at 7.
Okay.
And he successfully stabs you with his short sword.
Shredded here.
2 damage.
All right. 5. Okay. All right. So is it my turn?
It is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna. Are they? How is this fight oriented? Are they both in front of me? Like there's like a horse behind me, probably freaking out a little bit.
Yeah.
And then there was one guy that was like flanking me as I was dealing with the horse.
Let's draw a little bit of this. Oh, I should move you over here as well. Player. Boop, 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 boop. So we've got this road.
So I'm probably backed into a corner with the cart. I was trying to figure out if I would be able to step back a square.
You could step back a square. I mean, you'd be off of the road, but you could do it.
I mean, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put a square between me and the guys, and then and skewer one of them.
All right. We'll find this stuff later.
Are they wearing any armor?
No, they're wearing normal traveling clothes.
Ooh, close. I roll a 10.
Yeah, that's a hit.
The guy that stabbed me first.
That's a hit. That's a hit.
With the knife.
Roll for damage.
5 damage.
5 damage. I didn't see it come up. Oh, there it is. He gives it and slumps to the ground. Lance in his belly.
Okay.
And I guess that one's initiative because you killed the one that stabbed you first.
Okay. D10 plus 4. Eesh, 12.
Ooh, he goes out 11.
I get an attack opportunity if he steps forward to attack me.
He does indeed step forward to attack you.
13.
Is a hit.
D6 plus 3. 8.
8. You skewer him in just below the chin and kind of goes up into his head, and you have to jerk your lance to get him off of it. He slips to the ground.
I take a knee and start tending to my wounds.
Okay.
With their, do I see any cloth in the cart?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I forgot all about Georgie Boy, but you should probably in the future. What we'll just have you control him.
Okay. Is he allowed to fight in situations like that?
Yeah, I would say Georgie Boy could fight in situations like that. I just,
Okay.
control him if you can control him as you think he would play himself.
Okay. I'll think about that. I mean, he's not like a trained attack dog or anything like that. I mean, he's obviously got a nasty bite, but
yeah.
I mean, he's he's trained to sniff out and corner foxes, not fight brigands. But he probably would have taken a bite or two.
Or barked or hopped around or something.
That's why I said Georgie was there, because if he would have noticed that they were up to no good, but...
Yeah, but he did not notice they were up to no good.
Okay, so I will tend to my wounds. Do I see anyone coming down the road either way?
No.
Well, I'm going to take a look at the cart. Try and figure out what the hell was going on.
You start looking through the cart, and it looks like it's typical supplies. There's some big bags of grain in there. There's a couple of baskets that have been tipped over that are filled with salted pork rinds and pork hooves and some pig heads and whatnot. Some sort of farmer's cart. Lots of foodstuffs in the back of it. A little bit of cloth here and there, but it looks like other people's clothes.
Yeah. All right, we've been going for an hour. Do you want to take a break and we can finish
Absolutely.
investigating the cart when we get back?
All right, we'll see you guys in 5 minutes.